Barry O'Shea is back. He's the CEO of Highland Copper. Now, Barry's been advancing the fully permitted Copperwood copper project in Michigan toward a construction decision in 2026. Since our last conversation, they've completed new metallurgical testing and made progress on a $50 million Michigan grant. Barry, welcome back.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
Yes. Well, my first question is to kind of educate us, especially if we're not familiar with your story. Tell us what stage Copperwood is at and how it's different from other copper development projects, and ultimately why we should care.
Yeah, so I characterize the Copperwood project as one of the most advanced copper projects in the US. And what that means is we have our feasibility study complete. It is a fully permitted project to both construct and operate. We've done some early site work to prepare the project for construction, and we've initiated detailed engineering. So it's really a project that is ready to be built. And I think that's significant in the context of the 20 years, candidly, that it takes to build a mine in the US. So investors should care because copper is needed in the US at the moment, just at the right time that we're looking to build our project.
Well, I mentioned the Michigan grant. It's interesting to see that the Wakefield Township initiated its own regional infrastructure grant request. Can you talk to us about the significance of that move? Plus, what's the status of the grant now as well?
Yeah, so we think that's a really nice development and a good representation that the Wakefield Township and the local region really wants to bring industry, and in particular the Copperwood project, to the area. It's also a good reflection that grant is truly for regional infrastructure. So it's upgrades in and around roads, power, telecommunications, upgrades that will naturally be beneficial to us as a company, but of course broadly beneficial to the region from an industry perspective to support forestry and other industries. So we're very pleased that the Wakefield Township has taken this step. And I think with good reason, the project can bring, some pretty significant economic benefit to the region that is, somewhat underserved. And I think, I think Wakefield Township also knows that we'll operate responsibly and well, and look forward to the project coming.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing about the conference here, we're here on September 11th. There's a news release that you published today. Can you talk to us about the pictures on the concurrent reclamation work that you've done on site?
Yeah, it's a really nice news that I think we put out today, and it's just a demonstration of the good work that you can do in terms of reclamation. And I think it's important for me that, for mining companies that are performing well, reclamation doesn't have to begin at the end of mine life. It can be done concurrently. So we've done some early site impacts. We've impacted some streams, but in compensation of that, we've created new wetlands. We're setting up a wetland preservation area as well, of about 717 acres. And we've fully revegetated with 20,000 trees and other seedlings, the region that we've impacted. And some of those pictures just show really just how quickly the environments and habitats rebuild themselves, and the site looks really good at the moment.
We've got to throw up some of those pictures here so that we can
indeed.
see it. Now, talking about the metallurgical work, right? We mentioned that you've completed new testing. It's targeting an enhanced grade recovery curve using ultrafine flotation. Can you, kind of walk us through and kind of quantify that impact for us?
Yeah, of course. It's some really significant news that we put out last week, and the culmination of some good work that we've done over the last 6 to 9 months. And candidly, we put a new project director in place about a year ago. We then signed on DRA as our engineers for detailed engineering. And all the work that they're doing, specifically with regards to the network, has kind of come to fruition. So what we announced last week was that we've simplified the overall flow sheet. We've incorporated the Jameson cell from an ultrafine flotation technology standpoint. And it's given us about a 2 percentage point increase in recoveries. That's very significant, of course, for the economics of the project. And at lower operating costs, so using less reagents and being a smaller scale plant, using less power. So again, a really nice benefit both in terms of increased revenue and lower costs. Mm-hmm. Significant in terms of the economics of the project, and also a good reflection that we're really rethinking the project from a whole range of aspects, and I think we'll do some further redesign as we think about the mining side of the project also.
Right. Well, your phase 2 for engineering actually kicks off in Q3 and wraps up by, I believe, Q2 of 2026. Can you kind of talk to us about the work that you're doing in phase 2 and what the key risks are that you're managing?
Sure, yeah. So all the work that we're doing right now is to support a construction decision in 2026. And our phase 2 engineering has a goal essentially of getting us to about 40% engineered across the project by Q2 of next year. And the relevance of that is that, you learn more about the project, you de-risk it, and as we've shown on the metallurgical side, you get to optimize it. All of those things obviously give you a clearer picture of the project, allow you to make a responsible construction decision, fully informed, and really be in a position to defend yourself technically when you step into the project financing. So yeah, that allows us to step forward with confidence in 2026, consider our broader capital raise and a construction decision at that time.
Okay. Well, we have to wrap it up now, but I want to talk to you about the broader copper market before you go. We've seen price volatility, but underlying, supply concerns do remain. What copper price do you need to justify the construction? Plus, how are you thinking about market timing for the project so close to the final investment decision?
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at our feasibility study, it's well supported at $4 copper price. Of course, we're well beyond that at this point. We're also doing, nice work to improve the project so that it's more robust at those lower copper prices. But what we're also seeing, and I think this is really relevant, is that we're seeing a nice floor appearing to be generated from a copper price perspective at about $4.50 per pound. That's a fantastic price to have as a floor, I think, with further upside. I would say that also happens to, incidentally, to be about the incentive price for a whole host of companies, arguably us as well, as we think about raising the capital for this project, and of course just continued leverage as the price moves beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for making the time to be with us here at the conference.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
It's highlandcopper.com for those of you who want to check out the website to learn a lot more. Plus, you can search HI on the TSXV and, of course, CEO.CA. Thanks for watching.